Hey everyone, in this video we're going to show you how to draw a tree using the cloud method. So grab your pencils and let's get drawing. So what you want to do is start off with a mid-level pencil, something light like an H, and you just want to kind of know that your parts of the tree are going to be like in this cloud-like position, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll go 6, 7, and we might even get a smaller one over here and a smaller one over here. And that'll be like the shape of the tree. The tree will also have the branches down below. And I am purposely going light because we're gonna get dark real fast. So we're gonna switch over to a 5B. And in each of these clouds, what you wanna do is just start to go like this and just kind of move your pencil around like this and just create this cloud shape in a pretty uniform way. So you're gonna kind of move this pencil around and you're just kind of go like that. And you're gonna repeat this process all the way around. So you can see I'm just going back and forth, up and down, and I'm just trying to make this cloud-like shape. And you can see why I went so light earlier, because I don't really want to see those circles. So I'm gonna try to go over all of those circles as well. And you don't really want to turn the pencil either, because you can see what happens when you start turning the pencil. You don't want the lead of the pencil to kind of, do that, right? So that's fine, I'll fix that later. So I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm not gonna speed this up because I think I'll be done pretty quick. So this is the first layer, and you'll see shortly we're basically gonna layer each of these different elements on the tree. So I'm gonna keep going here. But while I finish up here, maybe you can just tell me how you're doing. Like, are you drawing trees? Are you doing this for some sort of project, or just a passion project, or just your own art abilities? Let me know, I'd love to know. So we kind of started with the base layer, and it is a pretty easy kind of base layer, and you can be a little sporadic with that. But my point is, since that was the 5B, what you probably want to do is maybe grab something darker like a 7B, and then from there, all you have to really do is go to the lower bottom left and just continue this process. But what you want to do is just go around the bottom lower left of each cloud. And that's why we call it the cloud method, because each of these kind of clouds, or little areas of the tree, are kind of, when you think about it, we're not going to go up close, but are different, branches of the tree that are kind of coming at you. So you want to do this. Now this part you want to be a little more careful, right? You don't really want to rush this part, because you want each of these little clouds to kind of look, fairly realistic and fairly kind of accurate. So that's why we're doing it this way. And I would say that you can also, I have another 7B that's a bit sharper. You can also then get a sharper pencil on a bit more of an angle, and then go through this process again and just kind of see if you can get just a little more of the lines showing. You see how that finer pencil just brings out just a little bit more on that tree? So we can do that as well. And that's kind of what we're trying to do over here. And then exactly what you're thinking is we want to get real dark, a nice 8 right around at the very, edges around the bottom. So the 8B, nice and dark, will really kind of show off a lot of the darker parts of this tree. So we're going to get this part nice and dark as well. And as we go dark, you want to keep this 8 right around the edges. Like, you don't really want to get it too far in the middle of the clouds. You want to keep them nice around the outer part, okay? I'm kind of going back and forth, but if you really want, you can also just do a bit of a curl to it. And it's really nice to do some of these curls at the end. You don't really want to do that too much at the beginning, because it kind of gets erased and gets lost. So you can definitely do some of these curls at the very end, and you can see this starting to look a little bit better as a result. In a past video, we did this, what we call the curl method, and it takes a lot of time to put all of the curls everywhere. So when I say just do it at the end, there's a reason for that. There's some lighter spots in here. I think what I want to do is just maybe fill in just a little bit of that. So I'm going to first fill it with some back and forth, And then I'm actually going to use the curl method with this 5B as well. And I'm just going to try to fill just ever so slightly some of these lighter areas in there as well. Especially at the top, you kind of don't want that just kind of floating around and just kind of looking like empty up there either. So we'll see if we maybe add another, maybe we can add just another piece at the top, right? So if you're doing this drawing, you can also look and say, hey, I might need another piece at the top. So you can do that. You can go darker like we did before. Quickly switch up to your 7 and just put those in just like that. Okay. Now at this point, what you can do is you can, well, you want to draw the trunk of the tree. So right down at the bottom from here, you probably want to get maybe something like this and something like that. And then your other branch will probably come down like this, and you'll probably go over here. From here, you're probably going to go up over here. And I think I put too much curvature on that, so I actually want to fix that ever so slightly. So there we go. And we can put a little V shape over here. And then what we'll do is we'll go back down as well, like that. And then over here, you're gonna go straight up, because this part is actually gonna obviously go up into the tree, although we don't see it. On this other side, what you wanna do is you wanna go down and then back up over here. And on this side, you're gonna go down as well. Just like that. And you might want to just bring this back up, and this kind of probably goes to this hub over there, or cloud, or whatever you want to call it. So this probably will go down like this. And you kind of start to develop this tree branch system that goes slowly, because if you ever make a mistake, now's the time to fix it. This branch might come in, and then probably going to go back down like this. And this branch as well. See, some branches go in and some kind of curve down like that. In this case, we'll just do one on each side, and we'll kind of do that. And then you could kind of just put your ground just like this, and just, you know, be a little bit abstract about it, because we're not really drawing the ground. We're kind of drawing the tree and the bark, right? So this is a dark 7, so you might want to go darker on this side over here, and just maybe put on a bit of shading on this side over here. Use your smudge technique as you wish. You can kind of go up and down, kind of get some darker shades on each side. Just try to make it as realistic as possible. It's kind of what we try to do here. And I'm a big fan of the 5B, especially for some of the shading. So what I might do is just fill in some of the 5 on the branches. So some of the branches just like this and just like this. And, you know, very carefully, I might just try to just make sure that smudge it out enough that it does look a bit realistic. I'm not going into crazy detail in this video. It's really more about the method, which we call the cloud method. But at this point, what you probably want to do is just look at your drawing and see if there's any areas that you can maybe darken up. So I would say that there's definitely some areas that we can darken up over here. And it's nice to kind of do that after you draw the trunk, because you do want some of these areas to go on top of those trunk spaces that you drew. So it is a bit nice to kind of draw your tree trunk, and then go back and then put the final touches on. So this is kind of why we did it that way. It's nice to see some of the trunk underneath these leaves as well. So there's kind of a reason that we did that. And you know what, just kind of be a little, you can be a little abstract about it too. You can kind of use the circle, or you can go back and forth as well. So both are fine. But what you really want to do is just make sure that some of these, you know, areas are dark enough, right? So that's what we're going to do. Just going to kind of do this. So what we'll do, let me just speed this up for a minute and just kind of clean this up, and we'll be right back. right, so we're back. You can kind of see what we did. We just continued to fill in the shades. I added some tiny, smaller little shoots across here, clouds if you want to call them, and just kind of bringing it all together. I think it looks much more realistic now as a result, and I'm really happy with what we have. You can give it a good hit with your smudge as well. So hopefully you really enjoyed that. You can smudge across the bottom too. So hopefully you really enjoyed that and really learned this, what we call the cloud method. People always ask me like, how do I draw a tree and how do I draw leaves on a tree and stuff like that. So, you know, you don't really want to be drawing each individual leaf on the tree. This is a really good way to kind of draw a tree in a faster way. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment as you wish. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.